80 billions aproximadamente se espera que entren en los diferentes ETFs de Bitcoin que se van a aprobar a lo largo de los próximos 2 años, que son justo los 2 millones de Bitcoin que se calcula que están en circulación aproximadamente al precio actual de unos $37.000 que hay en los exchanges al día de hoy. Al ser Bitcoin un bien escaso, si se quiere comprar más, recordad que solo se minan unos 900 Bitcoins al día, que serán solo 450 a partir de abril del año que viene, en el próximo ciclo, en el próximo halving, por lo que el precio de Bitcoin podría llegar a superar los $200.000 a lo largo de este ciclo. De todo ello vamos a hablar en la entrevista que le realizan a Cathie Wood, CEO y fundadora de ARK Investment, que es una de las mayores gestoras en fondos cotizados en bolsa, ETFs, basados en innovación disruptiva que le han realizado en la CNBC. La verdad es que vienen tiempos muy excitantes. Vamos a por la entrevista. Pero antes de comenzar, dar las gracias a nuestro sponsor del vídeo de hoy, ARK, broker líder con regulación europea CISEC y la FCA británica, donde puedes encontrar las mejores oportunidades de negociación en más de 800 mercados con la integración de TradingView, con ideas diarias de negociación, opiniones de profesionales y automatización gratuita de estrategias. Además de la herramienta CryptoCrusher, utilizada por varios de los mejores traders en Estados Unidos como Boris Schlossberg y Cathie Wood, que son entrevistados regularmente en la CNBC y que han sido speakers internacionales en nuestros eventos del Forex Day y la Crypto Trading Summit. Puedes abrir una cuenta demo para probar todas estas estrategias en el enlace que está en la descripción. Y ahora sí, vamos a ver dónde nos lleva Bitcoin.
Broad and sort of get your sense of where the market is and where crypto is going and what's happening here. But tell us about these ETFs specifically and what they're trying to do.
With our partner 21 Shares, which is the largest crypto ETF provider in the world, mainly European focused, we are launching 5 ETFs. The strategies are going to be around Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures. One will be Bitcoin futures and cash. One will be Bitcoin futures and Ethereum futures. And then the last one will be broader Bitcoin and companies exposed to digital assets, equities.
How much of this is a dress rehearsal in your mind for a moment in which the SEC says, okay, cat's out of the bag, you can actually issue an ETF that's directly invested in Bitcoin?
Well, it certainly is a dress rehearsal. We think there's a place. I think these strategies will be more probably institutionally focused, and I think the spot coin Bitcoin ETF will be perhaps more retail focused.
Is that something you want to do eventually?
A spot Bitcoin?
Yes.
What's interesting about it is if you look at the pecking order, our filing is next in line.
No, I know you're on the list. So the question, so let me ask you about that, because I think the question is actually at $36,000. Do you think that the move that we've seen in Bitcoin over the last, I don't know, 2 months now, how much of that is a function of sort of a pent-up demand or an anticipation that the SEC, because folks like BlackRock and Fidelity and you and others have made these applications, have the sense that it's more likely to happen now than it was a year or 2 ago?
Yeah,
and is that misguided? Is that realistic? What is that?
I think what has happened, the change, is that the SEC actually asked us questions. I think asked us questions, asked BlackRock, probably has asked a lot.
Esto no es nuevo,
whereas before our filings were just rejected outright.
Intentando que la aprueben
so that is movement, that is significant. And you know, over the years I've gotten to know the research people at the SEC, and I'm very impressed. I was impressed by the questions they asked us too. So
what were the kinds of questions they asked?
A lot of them were very technical. They're all about protecting the consumer, and you know, of course, the showstopper, at least from Gary Gensler's point of view, is he thinks Bitcoin can be manipulated, and you know, this is a decentralized, transparent network. You can follow all the activity online. It's highly
it had to be that because he understands, Cathie. He's got enough. Not many people do. A lot of people don't have enough knowledge about how it works to make an informed decision about Bitcoin. He taught at MIT so he understands that it's not a Ponzi scheme or a Beanie Baby. So there has to be something else?
Well, I don't know what it is. I have wondered. There's speculation that he's interested in the Treasury Secretary position at some point. What does the Treasury Secretary do?
Protecting fiat for the government?
I mean, very focused on. I don't know. I don't understand it myself because he definitely understands.
He understands. So it's there's something else.
There's something.
Okay, but how much do you account for the move in Bitcoin as speculation on
Bien, este es un punto muy importante ahora para nosotros como inversores.
Buy the rumor, sell the news kind of situation, or is it just a straight shot if in fact that were to come to be?
I am sure there is some anticipation, and there could even be a sell on the news. But the fundamentals, we put out a Bitcoin monthly piece every month, and you can see the health of the network using our on-chain metrics. The health of the network is almost as good as it gets, and it seems like this is a bull market. Sure, we'll have puts and takes, nothing goes straight up. But I think this flight to quality, Larry Fink used that expression. We call it flight to safety. You look at what happened during the regional bank crisis. Bitcoin went from 19,000 to nearly 30,000.
Bien, esto recordar cuando todos los bancos regionales cayeron hace unos meses y cómo subió el Bitcoin un montón. Eso que está contando ahora.
It is back down close to where it was in March. So when Larry might say flight to quality, which is good, it's true. We would say flight to safety because there's no counterparty risk. In
se refería un poco pues, como
ETF
la calidad y que tiene el Bitcoin actualmente para comportarse un poco como el oro en cuanto a la seguridad del activo. En cuanto hay problemas a nivel de fundamentales.
But this is a diversified exposure through equities. There are companies, we're trying to find the company that is going to produce the digital wallet. That will be a very important position. Is it Coinbase? Is it Square with Cash App? Is it Robinhood? In Latin America, is it Mercado Libre or Nubank?
Todo el mundo lo que quiere es que se haga la super app, el super wallet, que sea cómodo de usar para la gente.
Probably the biggest overlap would be ARKF,
para
the
aumentar un poco la adopción.
You just mentioned a number of companies, all of whom have had stocks that have been challenged, including Robinhood. How do you think about those companies right now?
Well, we do think that each of them has a very good opportunity in the digital wallet space. Basically, if you think about WeChat Pay, that kind of digital wallet where all financial services take place, there's peer-to-peer interaction, there's commerce over it. We believe that the rails in the United States have been good enough, but WeChat Pay showed the way, and I think we have.
But is that a one-player winner? Meaning, and by the way, Elon Musk would like to be that winner with X if he could be.
Absolutely. I think he's got big plans. Absolutely. He started in the fintech space and, of course, sold out to PayPal. So, yeah.
I mean, Cathie, on Coinbase, I used to go down and I had like 4 pages of coins and eventually it got to the point where people said there's Bitcoin and everything else. Do you think is there an application for blockchain that involves something that Bitcoin does not lead the world with? Is there something else that you put in here?
Sure. The reason we have focused as much on Ether, Ethereum as we have is we think, that is the smart contract network. That is the decentralized finance network.
So Bitcoin
solo Bitcoin o Bitcoin y algunos otros altcoins.
Está hablando de Ethereum. Is doing a really good job.
Está hablando también de Solana.
Ether was faster and cheaper than Bitcoin in the day. That's how we got Ether. Solana is even faster and cost-effective than Ether. So, there are infrastructure plays. We do believe Web3, digital assets. That's a big idea, actually. Digital assets with property rights. First time ever online.
Y como ya sabemos, pues Ethereum ya lo han solicitado.
Said, okay, there will be a Bitcoin 2.0 that someone comes up with. I don't know whether there's something more perfect. Is there anything more perfect? Can there be something more perfect?
Ahora está preguntando a ver si va a haber un Bitcoin 2.0. Que Bitcoin está muy bien, pero si puede haber alguna tecnología que lo supere.
A lot of people don't understand that because they haven't read anything about it.
Right, private, so no government oversight, digital, very important, rules-based monetary system in history. And Art Laffer, my professor, mentor, and friend,
todos los beneficios que tiene Bitcoin que le hacen ser un activo único
in Bitcoin in
en el mundo.
2015. When he understood what this was, he said, I've been waiting for this since they closed the gold window in 1971.
Participa por favor y deja tus comentarios en el canal. Me encantaría saber cómo ves el mercado y en qué criptomonedas estás invirtiendo a corto o largo plazo. ¿Estás de acuerdo conmigo que ya hemos dejado atrás el cripto invierno? Me despido ya. Espero que te haya gustado este vídeo y si ha sido así te agradecería también que dieras un like y te suscribas al canal. Te deseo un día increíble y nos vemos pronto.